and welcome to the AEW Dynamite Preview. We are the Dudley Boys of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Michael Hamflett and Michael Sidgwick, here to look ahead to tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review AEW Dynamite, but also Raw, SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. Pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week complete with a bloody quiz, of course, on wrestle culture. As I said,
I don't know what wrestle culture is. What's wrestle culture?
As I said, though, joined by Hamflett Sidgwick to look ahead to Dynamite tonight and the go-home show ahead of Grand Slam.
Again, like the theme is consistent here. This product is good. There is a part of me, and I don't think it'll ever go away, where because it's not 2021 no more, it isn't life-affirming, it isn't cutting edge, it isn't this dream factory somehow made real, it isn't on fire. This is the new normal of good. So it's still really, really, really good. Maybe my expectations are too high, but my God, the booking's been really strong in the main event scene. There are still too many issues for me to get truly back with it. But this is the best it's been since the build to All in Texas. And if this is the year to come, I will enjoy it immensely.
Yeah, I totally agree. We said it on, I think it was last week's review, wasn't it? Like the benefit of a well-booked world title scene is something that the whole show gets to feel.
Because you overlook stuff that is pretty bad if you think about it.
You have faith in the most important stuff, and it does allow you to look past it. It like we had a lot of fun picking holes in like the Darby Allin thing, and like increasingly the John Moxley. I think it's about time John Moxley started beating everybody. Of it all. But like I share Sidgwick's like just overall faith in this show as like a solid to good to occasionally great time, like week on week. I'm looking forward to Grand Slam. There's a match on Dynamite that I'm so thrilled they've booked because it actively feels like a response to a match a couple of weeks ago. And the general sentiment around it, no?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. But I'm looking forward to watching it because I like the last one.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, I have prepared a very short game for us to play a little bit later on because there's only 4 things that I'm aware of advertised for this show.
I'm sure will last an hour regardless.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, got lots to do. But, well, let's talk about the thing you alluded to there, Hamflett, because the big match tonight is, of course, the AEW Women's World title being on the line in a strap match.
I can't talk about it yet.
Why?
Because I'll get gassed doing the thing.
Oh, of course, sorry.
Just save it till the end.
Okay, well, let's talk about the other world
title.
But
I am going to give it the full care and attention because it is a good thing.
Let's talk about the other
I think it's like the pay-per-views. I think one day, you know, like when one day you've got to let them open. Like one day we've got to let you open this podcast. Like the people want to
let me.
Yeah, it's the spot they never get. It's the spot they never get. You could do it. If you're not going on last, you want to go on first, right? That's the old like wrestler rule.
I want to just do the spiel and just have you two carry the podcast. We start talking about biscuits or whatever, or just being completely trivializing everything that the listeners, viewers, actually enjoy.
I think he's going to stick with SmackDown coverage, after Monday.
Yeah. No, I'm certainly not. What a terrible, like, mundane show SmackDown is. It's no wonder did he talk about gladiators and...
Don't you have a go at gladiators?
In 15-1.
Oh, that was
Laurel and Hardy. What other British bullshit
15-1
that you keep skiving talking about?
If you could have been on 15-1, would you have gone question or nominate, given the chance?
Back yourself.
Yeah, it's there's a mindset and there's a mentality. Because if you're nominating, you're looking like you want to stay in by luck more than anything else. But I don't know. You want to get as many points on the board for that last round as well.
Yeah.
Because if you get one person on a run, it's a momentum thing, isn't it? It's like the haircut guy. More on him on the SmackDown preview, of course.
Well, let's switch gears then to the other.
Come on, Sage. Let's try.
Shut up, man.
I mean, you did leave off track. To be fair, that's on you.
You did it yourself, to be fair.
Yeah, but like they could just have some personal accountability. And
I was ready to talk about.
I jumped off a bridge, which I'm quite tempted to do just to take you with me. Would you join me in death?
Jumping off a bridge. I'm there.
Whoa! Bridge Jump Club with Michael Sidgwick. It's our new podcast today. Take the microphones with us. Whoa!
It's just one podcast.
So, let's switch gears to the other world title picture. No match tonight, obviously.
Let's go!
Doing your Twitter sign up through the air.
We know the match is obviously on Saturday, but I'm very excited to see how MJF responds to what happened last week.
He's going to be... He's one of the most willing to show ass wrestlers ever. Even though it's become kind of a trend, he's always got it. He's always realized the role of a heel. Just be an insufferable dickhead, center of the universe. Everything I do is correct, and it's all a complete facade. He's always been wonderful at like, oh no, the walls of my facade are crumbling. They're closing in. Oh dear, this is terrible. He's going to show certain other heels who are working right now how it's done. It's funny because there's a certain wrestler, it's Becky Lynch, who's in the news for like really overdoing it. The whole, that wasn't me. There's a big conspiracy against me. What you just saw with your own eyes didn't actually happen. So it might draw unfavorable comparisons by idiots, but not by me. It's a funny one, this, because he's going to, tonight is the bridge. Tonight is the bridge, one would presume anyway. We don't know what's actually, shut up.
You brought the bridge into it, pal. Stepping stone.
No, it's bridge. It is a bridge.
Player that played for Sunderland and Newcastle, Michael Bridges.
What the has that got to do with anything?
I don't know, you brought Bridges. I'm trying to,
our bridge.
Trying to chip into bridge chat. Bridgewick.
You know, bridge.
This is a bridge! A bridge! Between the squash and the back and forth match, right? So it's quite a leap, isn't it? I wish you would. Bitch, I wish you would leap. So this is a big leap between the completely humiliating squash and presumably the back and forth that's going to happen at Grand Slam Australia. So what does he possibly say to convince you that he's going to win? To convince you that he shouldn't have lost? To sort of sell you on the idea that it's not going to be another squash? Or is he so up a height with this facade? Does he kind of cut a promo that sort of hints at that's not going to happen again, but you can tell he's really gotten to? Does he sell you on the idea, it's going to go like a minute longer if that, and that title is gone? I'm just interested in how, because it's such a rare angle that your world champion volunteers to get annihilated on TV ahead of the match like this. It's a different, the only precedent really is, well, there's two, certainly in the men's division, and that is Cody Rhodes, Brody Lee, and Moxley versus Punk. Now, with Moxley versus Punk, it was a bit different because they sold the idea that CM Punk, either his foot had not been repaired or mentally he was still feeling the effects, even if physically he was fine. So you could say, right, okay, it was a mental thing, and then they did the rah-rah speech, right? There's a theme here, which is very interesting, that's going to keep recurring. Both times they've done something like this in the past AEW, the way in which they've bridged it, right, hasn't gone down well, okay? Because it was Ace Steel doing his big rah-rah speech and CM Punk talking about how much he wants to, like, shag the city of Chicago. Right? If you like it so much, why don't you marry it, okay? With that rah-rah speech. Well, I'm sat here in Gateshead, England.
Yeah.
Okay? What does this mean to me? Nothing. We get it, you like Chicago. Right? And I think a lot of people watching was like, yeah, it's a bit cheesy and a bit corny, this. And then even CM Punk doesn't love everyone in Chicago because, in his words, not mine, there was a big fat virgin in the front row who he did not like the cut of their jib. So it kind of was a bit corny and less than believable because CM Punk lost his head again. Okay? So that's not the example to follow.
So you're not advocating for a steel bridge?
I'm advocating for you to off. That's what I'm advocating, right?
I'm just trying to...
I've got an idea about that.
I can't. I'm making salient points here about how MJF has a difficult job on his hands.
Yes.
Looking at the precedent of the previous times I've tried to do this, and I'm about to illustrate an incredible point with a second example, and he's ruining it and ruining my flow.
like a meta quality because you've got
Shut your mouth!
you've got the difficult job and you're showing how it can be done. Like, this podcast operates on several levels.
Furthermore, what did Cody Rhodes do after he got dog walked by Mr. Brody Lee
I can't remember that.
in a
Yeah,
total
what
squash, right? Well, I'm going to tell you if anyone else would like to speak up now, shut up because I'm interrupting us, right? I'm losing my mind here, right?
Come on, everyone. Water under the
What
bridge.
did you think I was going to do, by the way? Shut mouth. What do you think I was going to do? And I forgot about that. Well, dickhead, I was about to remind you. And now you're pissing me off. Don't piss me off.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, wait there. Well, that's unprofessional, actually. Because what you've done there is you've not got the soundboard on there. You're still checking the levels, which I've blown out.
It's time to play the game! Time to play the game! Ha 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 ha!
What happened? When,
I can't remember.
Can you remember?
Yeah, he had a breakdown and dyed his hair.
Yeah. He goes, you remember when he was like, he's going to be Superman? He
remember the hair now,
He wanted
yeah.
to play Superman.
Got a new suit, little pocket
He
watch.
got a
and-
new, like, a darker colour palette suit. I love Cody Rhodes. He's an idiot and a genius all at once. Brilliant for the game. But he dyed his hair jet black. That's what they called me, right? Mr. Excellence. He had the Dennis Reynolds Superman complex parodied on an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He did it for real because he liked a comic book. I mean, what are we doing here? That's I love that line. That's what they call me, right, Mr. Excellence?
I remember people making that comparison, and when Creed uses the printer ink in the office to dye his hair.
It's like I do love Cody Rhodes. I do. Gift to the game.
Yeah.
He made a total tit of himself because he liked the comic book.
It was cross, nobody got the reference, isn't he? I
And
remember
then
there
he
was
was,
a little
he was.
outburst, wasn't there? Like,
This is a couple of. Was it a month before? It would have been before. No, after. No. Him doing the Superman thing. He would have these like little snafus where he'd get a little bit corny with it in AEW because too many of them were allowed to kind of do what they wanted. And remember the match graphic for when he had the rematch against Mally Black. Remember what the song was, and he played this like sort of
No.
non-copyright synthy cover version of it.
I don't remember that.
All the lights in here, baby.
Oh,
He did all of the lights.
God.
Remember that? On
Yes.
his personal Twitter.
I totally forgot about that.
Honestly, he had some moments in AEW.
Yeah.
My God. So what I'm saying now is MJF has got a job on his hands because it's one of those things, right, where, and here's the thing as well, I trust MJF to get this right because he has thought about all of this, like all the interconnected parts, or him in collaboration with Tony Khan, of course, who's actually like booking most of it, but like all the overlapping parts of how this character being in the title picture is getting in the way of this character and how they might have to sort of settle their beef in the aftermath, like Swerve and Kenny. This has been so well thought out. So you'd like to think that this wasn't just wouldn't it be cool if we did this?
Yeah.
He will have a plan for how to have dealt with this loss in this fashion for a long time. All I'm saying is it kind of better be good.
I know that like the Hangman page running.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Cody Rhodes. What?
It's like darker suit. Dress more formally for work.
Yeah.
Like, I know.
And it's goth phase.
Yeah, for a week. I got about that now. It's all fine. That's what goths do, right?
Yeah.
Personal success and bin that off.
Yeah. Why don't you succeed more in life, you goth failures?
Let's see you next week. Yeah, the Hangman page running, I know was maybe a step too far for people. For like some people last week that just wanted the match to play out the way it did without the extra stuff. But because of the post-match you got that I thought was really good with Andrade as well, and the fact that they'd gone to the trouble of having MJF say in advance of that Dynamite, like X $1,000 to break the Cowboy's neck or whatever it was. This is the week, isn't it, where the two concurrent title stories sort of intersect and overlap and whatever. So MJF just goes full blame. Like he says, you can't beat me Brody King if it wasn't for Hangman Page or a bunch of other people helping you out. Like that doesn't count, if anything. Like, let's have a match where nobody runs in, and then we'll see. We'll see. And then he'll cheat on the night, and it'll be like, look, he can't practice what he preaches at all. But this is where you do build to, if it is Hangman Page winning the tournament, or better for me, you build Hangman and MJF so effectively that it feels like that's what's coming next, and then Andrade wins the tournament. And that there's the twist. Like, Andrade's actually got it done when you thought that you saw this Hangman Page, like, not rematch, but this match against MJF, that Hangman's talking like he's owed, isn't he? He's kind of speaking like he's owed this one. So you think, oh, he's going to get it now. They've, like, brought these two together just in time so that when MJF's finished with Brody King, on he goes to Hangman, and then Andrade shocks everybody and wins the tournament. Like, again, pushing Hangman further back, whilst the problem of Kenny and Swerve hasn't gone away. They've just got distracted with each other. I think this is like a nice opportunity to bring those two separate things together for the first time before you split off into your next MJF mini program, which will be, well, like I say, which will probably be Andrade, because he doesn't have to be a pay-per-view cycle opponent. He could be another TV guy, and they could look at Hangman for Revolution, or they could look at Swerve for Revolution, because they're presumably pushing Kenny back to Dynasty in Vancouver. That would be Canada, wasn't it? Was that you said? Like that'd be a
That's what
good
I said,
spot.
yeah, when I said he wasn't going to win the other week. Yeah,
Double or Nothing's in New York now, which feels pointed.
Can we talk about that?
Well, MJF drew with Joe, didn't he? The last time they were there for that Grand Slam, so it makes sense that he's at least making it to there with the belt.
By we talk about. Can I talk about it, please?
Can I give you my pitch first for what's going to happen tonight? I think MJF, blames it all on Hangman Page and says, look, Brody King, well done. You beat me after I got distracted. But when we go to Sydney, I'm not going to harbour any resentment towards you, because that's the bridge to obviously Saturday. Anyway, you want to talk about
Good podcast.
Armstrong Stadium? AEW's big show. Take it away.
I think it'll be a wonderful show. What I love about this, and this is what I loved about the idea for Grand Slam all along, is you get like a little miniature version of the grand spectacle of a stadium. Like, it's a cool, basically what it is, and I mean this in the most complimentary way imaginable, an optical illusion. It is an optical illusion where you're not filling out a vast football stadium, but you've got the outdoor atmosphere and ambience. The way that I love the architecture of a tennis stadium for wrestling, where it has that similar kind of setup, and it is in fact technically and aesthetically, visually a stadium, but you don't have to, fill it with 60,000 people. It is such a wonderful idea. I'm so glad they're doing it. It will add it will lift the mood for me ahead of this 4-hour, 3 matches too long pay-per-view that they're always going to do, because if someone's like laboring to get a reaction when the better way of doing that would be to cut your match short by 5 minutes, at least it'll look far prettier. And I know that sounds Hamflettian, and I know it sounds absolutely moronic and ridiculous.
Nope.
But it's
more important were the words you were looking for.
It's genuinely, it's true. I love this idea. It's going to look the absolute bollocks. I'm proper buzzing about it. And you know what? I honestly think they should consider something similar for All In this year.
Yeah, we the office, weren't we?
We were talking about this in the office. It's a bit suspicious, or at least notable, conspicuous maybe, that there's been no on sale for AEW All in London, despite them all but saying it was going to be at London this year. You're running out of time to sell tickets. You are running out of time to get people to, not commit to other things on a bank holiday weekend, which is always a consideration. I don't want to speak out of turn here or recklessly speculate. They might do it next week and there's plenty of time, but it just feels like, can you realistically get that many people, even the 2024 number in Wembley again? Are you just being a bit stupid? And I know the whole idea of All In, right, is based on, let's do the impossible, because if something's worth doing, it shouldn't be impossible. That was the dream of the original All In, of why can't good wrestling be as big as WWE, considering how bad they were at the time? Some might say they're still bad now, but that's a topic for another day. Why not? Why the hell not? This can be class, this can be bigger. And then the first AEW All In was we've been doing this, talking in and around this British first ever show for years now. Obviously, the pandemic kind of got in the way. Why don't we make it massive? Like, why can't this be the biggest show of all time? You can't do that often. And here's the thing as well. From what they were doing last year, with how it was promoted, it was actually promoted last year. They've set up their own different way of treating it like Mania, like the Rumble, the Double or Nothing, that long gap, the Owen being the version of like, this is the best tournament of the year, especially in the main event scene, you know? What I'm saying is it's gradually evolving from this big, huge, ambitious bid for like a world-changing wrestling event to, it's still massive, it's just our WrestleMania. It might be time now to try and create that optical illusion again for All In, not just for Double or Nothing, but go to a tennis stadium, go to a venue that like a smaller baseball stadium that looks spectacular, but you don't actually have to draw that many punters. And here's the thing about AEW doing its own WrestleMania. It's an amazing thing. Like, the business is the business. Sometimes you have to go to Hartford to do it, you know?
The old
Sometimes
Civic Centre.
Sometimes you have to go to the Hartford Civic Centre and just wait for the business to catch fire. They are growing incrementally, and I think it's a credit to last year and this year in particular. Like, the trust has been regained. The quality is a lot higher. They're no longer so defensive and stupid and systemically mismanaged. But I still think it's probably too soon for Wembley.
I've got two thoughts on the Wembley thing. One is pessimistic for AEW and one is optimistic. Pessimistic, was there not some whispers that the Fed were looking into Cardiff again around a similar time?
Mid-August,
that, you know what they're doing, and, you know, that's why we always win. You'd lift a bunch of fans, or you force fans to make a decision. And
The wrestling Tory, do you know that?
If you, I get it. You know, we've discussed this before. But like, it's my one little, my little guilty.
How could you? Huh?
It's nice. It's funny how that works. No, like they might do it.
You are a Tory.
They might do it. They might not, but they could, and it's the Fed, and they probably should. However, to be optimistic for AEW here,
Should they? I mean, they'll beat All In, but it didn't do them
no, it wasn't.
reputational damage last year. For what it's worth, it added to the narrative that they were pathetic and they were declining and it wasn't cool and they weren't the babyface promotion no more.
The should
WrestleMania 40, they actually felt, and it's incredible. I completely went back on it. They felt like the babyface promotion in April 2024.
Yeah.
They did the long-term storytelling. AEW was a little pathetic mess.
It was like a
It was
satisfied,
a little pathetic, gotten to mess. We can say that now.
satisfied customer base for a bit WWE. I think that was like what got lost a bit in 2025.
And they're losing that now.
We're quite cynical, but for a reason. When people say, "Oh, I really want my city to get WrestleMania and stuff," it's like everything, isn't it? It's site fees. If Cardiff want to pay like they did the last time, they'll do it, and they'll half fill. It wasn't half full, but it wasn't full. The Principality, was it? But it was full enough to
The Principality.
present it as
When
such.
you did that on the podcast, I lost my mind. Do it again.
Principality.
I love that.
It was a good stadium, though. If it did go back, it was a good stadium, Principality in Cardiff. However, optimistic side for AEW. What if, because Rev Pro's still running, they were willing, as soon as they saw Wembley, they were willing to commit, and it was like Rev Pro's that little offshoot of AEW in terms of like an indie company that is comfy with AEW, and Will Ospreay is the center of all of this. What if his big comeback promo on TV is a massive carnival barker thing for, I'm entering the Owen, I'll see you at Wembley Stadium. MJF's still the champion, and he's gone through all of these challenges that we've seen him go through to the point where it cannot be like, they can't tell you it outright, but they're telling you, like, he's going to be the hero, he's going to save the day, he's going to do it by winning the Owen, and then he's going to win it. And like, that's maybe.
I don't think good booking can sell that many tickets, is the thing.
Well, this is it. Like, Will Ospreay and good booking, is that a 40,000 ticket draw? No, but the initial buzz off
it
that
might be, but
followed by a product that, if the wheels continue to turn, you kind of get there, you know, you sort of get to 40,000.
it's just what you don't want. It's just such I don't know what the magic number is, but obviously the first year, worse show than the next, but it looked the business, being there live anyway.
Yeah.
The next year, I would describe they just about got away with it. In the stadium, it was noticeable that it was half full. But then it was so good, and people were in such a good mood, and the Danielson story was so good. That
Shot
people
it
were
so
like,
well as well.
Yeah, it looked great on
shot
screen.
it really, really well.
Taylor Swift's stage benefited build that big stage again, you know.
And I
Like
think it was like they got away with it. I think even 5,000 fewer people in that building for a potential 2026 show, you're looking at that totally bleak world class. Like,
which they couldn't shoot. So you just like,
You know,
everywhere you looked, it was like,
it's
oh, well,
just like
look at all the
empty
seats.
empty as balls.
Where you see footage of that and it's like, oh, there's Ric Flair or Caravan Eric.
Empty as his balls when he, after he's been reading the Guna comments.
That's that, and that's empty. See them like walking down the red carpet with a helicopter, and you think that bit of it's really good, but where's all the people?
Yeah.
Like, you got it half right.
Yeah. It's interesting, you know?
With regards to...
We haven't previewed a match yet, have we?
Yeah, with regards to Grand Slam Australia...
yeah. What did I say when I said would last an hour?
Yeah.
Don't doubt
Still got
my
the game to
stamina.
play, by the way.
Don't.
Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
5 matches on Grand Slam Australia. That's exactly the same as last year. Will they add any more? Is this Kenny Swerve thing too soon to turn around for that?
I don't do it there. I know there's doubts that Kenny can make Revolution because he's working some kind of
Comic-Con
video game thing. Capcom, is it? Because he loves his Street Fighter. Whatever it is. It's touch and go whether Kenny can make it. So I still wouldn't do it. What's the point? Like, you've got a big match there.
He's 100 hands slapping his friends with a B button at a Street Fighter show.
It feels like a waste. I think if it's any other wrestler, you'd think, oh, come on. But like, I think we've all become accustomed to that gap between Big Kenny matches.
Yeah.
I know this is a different reason, but it feels like feels like a gift that we're still getting him at this level. So I think, if anything, I wouldn't mind the wait.
No.
What do you think happens with this face-to-face tonight then between the two of them? Because obviously it's to do with Swerve effectively saying, I was trying to help you. Kenny saying, don't.
It's the beneficiary of some great book in this, because even if like you call exactly how it plays out, so yeah, the idea that all of this has started from a miscommunication. Yes, Swerve didn't really like Kenny as soon as he started getting back in the mix with Hangman, and he was like, oh yeah, why am I hanging out with Hangman? Because he likes this guy, and I'm not a big fan. So there was always that little bit of tension, but that's now boiled over, and it's cost the both of them ultimately, and that's a great way to do a wrestling feud, because the idea was they were both eyes on the prize until the diversion happened. The match itself is... They've done the work. They've already told the story, right? Swerve Strickland is a guy that is trying to get back to the world title and was willing to like partner with his former worst enemy in order to get to that level. And now there has been this incident, this situation that occurred that has briefly taken him out the chase. Meanwhile, Kenny Omega cut that first promo from he was in his suit on the screen. I accept. I can't just get right to the front of the queue. I've got to fight the other wrestlers first. He, in his mind, can now think he's done that, and Swerve is the last person in place before he's at the front of the queue. So the stakes, you don't even need to label them as such, but the stakes are those, aren't they? At this point, they could both reasonably see this as their number one contenders match. They've got to have it. Like, they've got to have this against each other in order to get to where they both want to go, which is MJF's World Heavyweight title. Like, the personal bit is the accidental thing that's happened. So it might start with, I made no secret of my world title aspirations. Well, neither did I. Well, why'd you have to be such a about it then? And then it was you, actually. And that boiling over is the fun bit, you know. This is the stuff. This is why you sort of pay care and attention. If you put the match on the whiteboard there and then you worked it backwards, this is how it would play out. It might seem formulaic, but it's a good kind of TV formulaic for me, this.
Yeah, absolutely. The way to do this, and we've seen a lot of it in pro wrestling over the last however many years, and it's going to be difficult, really, because they've set a lofty standard. AEW and WWE, the Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, a little bit like, well, they're both baby faces, they're both competitors, you know, but it's not like a full-on grudge feud. So the idea is to try and build that tension. It's trickier. You have to do it in a really organic way. It has to feel like they've both arrived to the scene with the best of intentions, but then it's just a few crosswords, a few misunderstandings, a bit of like a dick measuring contest or whatever. That makes it all break down. Cody and Punk is still the very best example of how to build a babyface versus babyface match, and regrettably, it still hasn't friggin' happened yet. But Hangman and Ospreay and the build to the Owen last year, that was sensational. So there's some lofty comparisons. This better be good. I don't really know how it goes. All I know is that I love Kenny Omega. He is my favorite wrestler. I still get the impression that when he has got a microphone in his hand for a long period of time, and again, this is half complimentary, half not, because Kenny was, and he is one of AEW's big draws. But when people thought that phenom in Japan coming to US TV, you kind of expected this complete, like, uber god of pro wrestling. He kind of feels like in the more Bret Hart vein, where he's not the most composed, but you can believe everything he says. Can be a bit goofy in a way that he doesn't intend to be, and not like this outward show of charisma. He's much better as a heel in this sort of setting and context than as a babyface. So I know sometimes I feel like, come on, Kenny, get your words out, be a star.
He kind of lowered the bar for Ospreay, didn't he? Maybe subconsciously we were all like, it's not going to work this. And then Ospreay absolutely nails it as a weekly TV babyface. Like
Omega's sister. And I find it endearing in a way, but I'm also like, I've seen you in the New Japan presses when you just feel like you have got a 20-inch cock under that table.
I did like allegedly wear the best wrestler, whatever it was. He's still got a bit of that sound.
Yeah.
I think that's what this needs to be. This needs to be or start off really respectful. Look, it's completely blown out of proportion. We all know Andrade's a bastard.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me started on Don Callis. I was out there to help with that, and it's just, it's happened. It's, as someone told me at the weekend, it's water over the bridge, as they said. No. But then it needs to descend into, let's be honest, Kenny, we both kind of know your best years are behind you, so kind of need you to move out of the way. Well, Swerve, you had your chance at being the world champion, and I'll take it from here, sort of thing. And that it needs to start getting that catty and undercutting each other.
Like, you can switch on
Swerve,
being a horrible bastard like a light switch. He can just do it.
Got, like two light switches though. Like one goes to horrible bastard, and then another one into like, you're being a bit cringeworthy here, brother.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I do not. I don't know. It's interesting. This I don't have majorly high expectations for it. If I'm being brutally honest, Swerve has got a cringe factor. Kenny has got this. He kind of shrinks sometimes under that TV light when he has got a microphone in his hand.
I have a question for both of you. This is a face-to-face, presumably hosted by Tony Schiavone. What colour shoes will he be wearing tonight?
Oh,
we had the bright yellow ones 2 weeks ago. I think they were blue. We caught a sight of them last week.
I've got a prediction. If I know my AEW commentary team, sadly at this point.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
I do. They overlap, don't they? I'm not watching the overlap. I'm watching professional wrestling. Okay?
It's a good comparison.
I want to take it seriously, right? What if he decides...
They're not that overlap.
Yeah. Not that over anymore, lap. What if he's wearing, like, luminous orange tie, orange shoes, and, like, just with the idea of making Taz hot?
Yeah, I want that. Call me out now, Taz.
Taz getting hot is funny. It is great.
He really protects that orange and black, doesn't he? He does not like it.
He hates it when anybody else tries to do it.
Yeah.
He absolutely hates it. And to be fair, you know what? Taz was a pioneer. Every time you see someone get milk in the drama of a near tap, like it was Taz who pioneered like tapping out as opposed to just outright verbally quitting. No one had really made that. People had probably worn it, but no one had made the orange and black iconic. This idea of like the shooter character, it was completely brand new because MMA barely existed when he was doing it. So I can understand why, of most people, Taz would bollock you for not being original.
It was early used to have an NHB section, didn't it? For no holds barred. Because that was just this will probably be what it's called.
Yeah.
And then so there'd be the UFC bit at the start, then it's like, right now I've got a report on some like really like dingy sounding bare knuckle like card going on with these names. NHB from Jersey. Sounds scary, Dave.
Yeah.
Well, from black and orange to Sylvie. The TNT title is on the line tonight. Tommaso Ciampa versus Fletcher, who wants to take that title into Grand Slam Australia.
Well, it's funny this because this feels like a no good can come of this match.
Okay.
The genre we've talked about before on previous podcasts where you either cut short Ciampa's momentum, you weaken his credibility, and he becomes just another guy on the roster if he has such a short, novelty, kind of headline-grabby reign with the TNT title before just moseying on over to Collision to, beat Johnny TV every 3 weeks or whatever,
His career's not died. It's gone to Collision Farm.
Yeah. You can still go and visit him.
You can see him every Saturday. We can visit if you like.
Yeah.
They don't want to visit anymore.
No.
Busy
Or,
weekend.
I think Meltzer made this point, and he might be overstating it, of Fletcher gets stigmatized as a guy who had one pay-per-view main event, and he wins and loses mid-card titles and gets beat off the ex-WWE Flavor of the Month. To a degree, I get that, but I don't think Fletcher's in the most amazing spot right now anyway. I don't think this can truly damage him. I feel like he would be on a similar trajectory, whether he loses to Ciampa or not. And at the same time, you can't complain about, all right, okay, well, Jon Moxley versus Ace Austin, who's going to win? Oh, God, it's a real thinker. It is a real thinker, but, oh, God, if I had to make a decision, I think I'm going to go with Jon Moxley. Real thinker. This is an actual dramatic, whoa, I don't know where this is going outcome. Call me cynical. Whenever this kind of match happens, and let's face it, it's mainly WWE. You see this match graphic, you think, "Ooh, bloody hell, no one looks good losing this."
Mm-hmm.
There's always some kind of finish.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
Is it time for Fletcher to leave the Don Callis?
Well, maybe this could precipitate that. And you can, an honest-to-goodness, actual march to the world title picture.
I think he loses in the Owen final, by the way, and that's the end of him in the Don Callis family. I think, I'd be more worried about his spot right now if there wasn't that to come.
He could reach for a screwdriver. He could do, it's a bit Higginbottom this, right? But Callis could go, you're getting your ass kicked in there, use the screwdriver, numbnuts. And then he gets the screwdriver and he's like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. And then drops the screwdriver, crunch, that Ciampa running knee to the head, and he loses. Or they could get a near fall out of it at least, okay?
Or it turns out next week the screwdriver isn't there and it turns out Okada was asked to put it there. I forgot.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah, it was that weird thing where he just apologised. And I was like, that's not the end of that, is it?
I pushed the wrong screwdriver. I feel like there's going to be some acting going on in this match, if nothing else. But maybe it is time to do it. Fletcher's wasted in the Don Callis family. He's simply too good. He's had too good a year in 2024 and 2025 to just be, just doing stuff for the Don Callis family. It's time to put up or shut up and properly put him in a position to fail.
I'd have him lose this and then go to Don Callis being like, what time's the flight to Australia? And Don Callis being like, me, Takeshita, and you're not coming, pal. I've got Andrade now, so busy. Get your own bloody flight out there or whatever. We'll still stay at your parents' house or whatever. Thanks very much.
Not paying for hotels.
But yeah, I think it's time. I think you're right. I think it's time for him to. So it's one of those things, isn't it? You don't want to just lose. But if you're leaving a stable or you're changing your character somewhat, you can kind of eat it a little bit. And it's a good scalp for Ciampa, obviously.
It is,
he had. Do we know about what happened in the old the derby from the weekend? By the way, you were talking about that last week, weren't you? It's like Ciampa, ratings king versus ratings killers.
Oh, yeah.
When's that? Is that out
Ratings
yet?
killers. I mean,
Claudio and Roddy.
you're not wrong.
Those be out yet? It wouldn't be out.
Dunno.
When you have a look, do your job.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing your job, where are we tonight?
We at the. I was getting more excited for. I was getting more excited for the Grand Slam Australia because they're at the Kudos Wank Arena.
Yeah.
But unfortunately tonight we're just at the California, Motorboater Arena, Toyota Arena.
Yeah, we've done that one.
Yeah.
What's the name of the?
Pussy Toyota Arena. Is that anything?
What?
Like a toy you shove up yourself or something? I don't know.
Pussy toy. Hang on.
What's the Death Riders Don Callis family match at Grand Slam?
Where's what part of California? Sorry.
Ontario.
Ontario. On Hario.
If you like.
Yeah, Andrade, Hangman Page, obviously, as you mentioned, and Takeshita Mox for the Continental Championship.
That's at Grand Slam.
Yes.
I'm thinking, could they add another boring Death Riders Don Callis family match that, like, so...
You're going to get about 12 of them between now and...
I mean, they could do
Double
one on the House Rules show on Sunday, but that's obviously not going to be aired.
But, like, Fletcher loses here, and the way he, like, gets his heat back, in inverted commas, is that he insists on a match getting set for Grand Slam, and he's just received as this massive... Put him against, like, who's not going to be working, so Yuta and Shafir in that match, Mox is in that. So that would leave Claudio and Pac, right? They can work as heels. You could have a badass work rate match with Fletcher +1, and they can be, like, situational baby faces because Fletcher's in Australia. That would be a way to kind of get him immediately out of this Ciampa loss and give him the nice hometown pop. A Grand Slam?
Potentially, yeah.
Because he's a sort of weird omission at the moment, isn't he? For this card. Like, Tony Khan's very nice about getting...
Unless he
like,
just wins this and puts an open challenge on or something.
yeah, I guess so. Like, they've kind of set up the Buddy Murphy return moment for the match in the MJF.
Keep saying it's Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Matthews, sorry.
Head.
Brody King, just to be nice, really. Just to be nice. Just to give the Australian guy a nice pop.
Oh, he's ready.
If he's ready. So maybe they'll do something
It's
like...
been a complicated return from the injury from everything I've read.
Yeah.
Quick game.
Go on, then.
Yes, please.
It's time to play the game! Time to play the game! Ha 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 ha!
How well do the Dadleys know the AEW roster? Earlier on this week, it was International Pizza Day, and they released a video asking whether or not certain wrestlers like pineapple on their pizza.
Oh, yeah, the Christmas film.
I'm going to give you a name. You have to work together to decide whether yes or no they would like pineapple on their pizza. Let's start with Brody King.
Dichotomy of man. Because Brody King's like proper liberal bloke, but also wears that meathead aesthetic and is a badass.
I think it broadly goes against society's rules. Pineapple on pizza. So I think he's into that. So
I think he's
pro.
I think looking at him, he's a guy who likes his meat. So I think he doesn't think it's good.
You're not coming to a consensus on this.
Or do we have to agree for each one?
I was gonna.
Okay. I mean, I don't care, so I'll go with Sidgwick's.
No, dear, that's wrong.
He does like pineapple on his pizza.
Yeah. Take that, the system.
Brody King
Brody
too.
King.
You might just like it.
Yeah, that as well. You know what that kind of scene's like. I like to be known for just like colouring outside the lines.
And their great taste.
Yeah.
Which they just tell you about constantly.
All the time.
Let's go to Harley Cameron.
See, she likes all sorts of crazy crap. It's like a showier thing to say that you like it than to not. And is it good, by the way? I don't think I just don't like it, but it's.
I've had it since I was about 8 years old.
Yeah, I think
I was absolutely enchanted by the idea that when he would go to the posh Italian restaurant that you thought was the most expensive, wonderful place on earth. Oh my God, there's fruit and pizza at the same time. And then I had to. I think I went through like a month-long phase when I was 10 because it was just so crazy. And then like I understand, by the way, the appeal of it. It's like the contrast between the sweet and the savory and all the rest of it. And like cheese and grapes go together. You can pair stuff like that. So I get it. I'm not
his face when you said that.
I know they go together. I don't like it. I don't like
this.
I like fruit in Fruit's Lane. I don't like fruit with chocolate.
I know, but like you are
Where's Fruit's Lane?
You are not an authority on food.
Absolutely.
In fact, you shouldn't be allowed to eat it.
I didn't have
frankly.
pizza till I was like 16, 17. So it was like...
Hang on, that's more Hamflett law.
Yeah.
What? And now you were like in a glorified Oliver Twist upbringing. You didn't have pizza. That's no way, man. It's not like Wagyu beef.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. It's just we didn't get it in the house. Pizza Hut was genuinely pricey back then before it became like the buffet.
Not even
place.
like a little Asda gimmick in a freezer.
Nah, because I think I was probably scared of it as well. Like, I think I was like, I wouldn't have liked tomato puree. I wouldn't have trusted that as a kid.
Tomato puree, take it. It's tomato sauce.
Well, if
Scared of pizza.
I'd have probably thought it was ketchup, wouldn't I? But like, get that away from me now.
Okay.
But it was like, but then I had like, obviously I liked it straight away. But then I tried it as like the second or third pizza I had, and I was like, this once again, fruit has like interrupted a good time.
Right, but back to Holly Cameron momentarily. Did I ever, because I'm sure I brought the stuff into the office to give people a go. Have you ever had Jamie Oliver's cube of cheddar cheese,
Yes.
drizzle of honey, and instant coffee grounds?
When you brought them in.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I liked it.
Holly Cameron, yes. She likes trying
No,
new
dear,
things.
that's wrong.
No, not a fan anymore. She's changed. She switched sides, as she said. Anthony Bowens.
Is he from New York?
They love talking about pizzas as if they're from Italy.
Yeah.
These New Yorkers.
I would say no.
I would say no. He's a
Hard
proper,
line.
yeah. And he would. Yeah.
Yay!
Did he give any? I'm from New York. I kind of like it more traditional.
Need to ask him some other questions as well. And yeah, he's very much like, no, keep it pure.
Pizza is this.
Yeah. Mike Bailey.
Yeah, he does. He'll have any old on his pizza.
Yay!
I give
We
her
like Mike Bailey a lot.
I like Mike Bailey, but he's like, I got some M&Ms on my pizza. Actually, would I do that? But you
Just
just eat.
that fruit on pizza. No, you can't stand the sweet and savory taste. Collision. Diabetes on pizza. Yeah, probably though.
I'd go for like.
Probably have a bit of that. Why not?
I wouldn't have like M&Ms on a margarita, but like I like those, those fun
Just a meat feast then.
chocolate spread like sweet pizzas that you get. Like,
Right.
that's what I'm. thinking of,
Okay.
yeah.
It's not really pizza.
No, it's not.
It's just
It's not.
different-
They just call it that.
It's different diabetes of a different shape.
Yeah. I hate pizza nonce crack, by the way. Sorry. I really
Glad
hate
they're playing the game.
Yeah, I didn't ask for it. Like, I hate people's puritanical takes on pizza. It really pisses me off. Really,
I don't have any
like
really.
no, like yeah, this is not on you. Like it's just a like what you like thing. It would come up in this office all the time. It doesn't anymore. But like some people would like just think they were like the boss of food, and then it's just like no, well they'll do the well actually up their glasses thing where it's like well actually the best pizza is a margarita. And say yeah we all know that. That was the first thing we heard about pizzas. But it's like have what you like on your pizza. But there's just this like how the base should be, how the crust should be. Me and you bond over the old greasy wheel.
Greasy wheel of garlic cheese.
Oh, yeah.
We'll make that box see through. That kind of pizza.
I do think I don't like. I eat what you eat and stuff. Like it's fine. You do need to be dragged up a few levels to acceptable.
I don't know. I quite like it down here.
Well, he's just happy.
This is the thing.
No,
you
I
see.
don't really care
People
that
should
much,
chase that
personally.
more. People
I
need to
don't-
chase that more.
I don't like go around like at 7 o'clock and between like doing my tasks at night going, God, Hamflett's an idiot with his food.
I bet you
I
do.
don't.
When
Like,
you
I
got
bet it does that at least
some
once.
prep,
At
it'll
least
pop in at
once.
odd times, won't it? Be like,
Just like, what would Hamflett do with this? Like, implement.
I remember that cheese, and it was quite nice. But there will have been a bit of me thinking, why is he like overcomplicated this cheese? Just take a bite out of the cheese and put it back in the fridge. Like,
Yeah, you were already annoyed at when he was chopping it up.
Yeah.
Bite the whole
come on,
block of it.
It's like, I
just get the
don't
bits of bread.
mean to be like neggy to you about food, but like, without any hyperbole whatsoever, sometimes it blows my mind how weird you are.
I know.
That's all.
So you're 2 for 2. No, 2-2 after 4.
A bit of a Desmond going on.
So it all comes down to Tony Schiavone.
Oh, right. What do we know about Schiavone? He is more childlike than one would expect, given that he is that senior, avuncular, heartwarming voice of AEW programming. To wit, I know that he's a huge Legend of Zelda fan. I know that he likes to dress up in a way that, when like your kids first start like getting into fashion and like wanting to look good, not just be happy with what you put them in. And they'll make like their own kind of like, oh, I want to wear this. And you don't want to break their heart and say, doesn't look that good actually. You want that.
Wearing a waistcoat over a t-shirt isn't that stylish.
That kind of
actually.
thing, but you don't want to like crush their spirit.
When they're confident, it kind of creates a sense of style, and you want to
Yeah.
find that nice happy medium. I think so.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what Tony Schiavone dressed like on Dynamite sometimes with his, his shoes. Like the match. It's like, yes, Tony, very good. And, he's just like, he's like you watching wrestling. Like, wow, wee! A
He is,
move.
yeah, it's a great shot.
So
Not all
I
wrestling.
think he likes the absolute novelty thrill of pineapple on pizza.
Yay!
I was picturing him, Jim
We
Ross,
won!
Bob Caudle, the WCW suited and booted crew in the 80s, getting like a massive slab of Hawaiian pizzas after a show. After like we're just on the Omni now, it's Hawaiians at like the pizza joint. They've got their favourite place and stuff. Flair pays the bill. Like,
He won. He doesn't care about winning. Do you want to know how much I'm pathetic and I care about winning? Friday or Thursday, after each leaving at a similar time in the office, right? Hamflett went a different way because there's like a few routes to where we both kind of need to go the central station, basically the train station. And he caught up with me, and I was like, "Did I win?" I was buzzing. He went, "Oh, I had to go to Tesco." Still kind of won though.
That counts as a pit stop, effectively. Yeah.
Yeah, I still won.
Traffic lights in the rain. I won.
So pathetic. My literal reaction was, "Did I beat you yet?" It's Mr. Jim, Mr. Run.
Beat old long legs.
You took that shortcut through Fruit Lane, though, of course.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
It's only fruit should stay in the fruit lane.
There is a three-way tonight for a shot at the AEW tag team titles. It is the Rascals, represented by Desmond Xavier and Myron Reed, versus the Young Bucks versus a mystery tag team.
Right. Is it? First of all, this match will be incredible regardless. You could put the Usos as the third team in this match, and it would still be incredible because of the Young Bucks being in it. So that's good news, number one. Number two, talking point, yeah. Is this going to be anyone other than Cope and Christian? Because why go to the bother of the mystery silhouette gimmick if it is simply, no offense, but like Jet Speed or GYV, great tag teams in their own right, of course, but you wouldn't. Then again, Tony Khan's got like previous stuff like, we're going to turn out the lights. Who is it? No, the reveal's meant to answer the question, Tony. I don't actually know who this is.
Who else have they got?
Dark Order. Who is this?
If not Cope and Christian, who else remotely fits the brief of surprise?
A returning Bobby Lashley in the Hurt Syndicate, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was like the Young Bucks, we're meant to come back, and it didn't happen for us.
There's no, I was trying to think if there's any new signing of a team that you would have picked up.
The Iconics are coming in. Do you know this? You heard about
Are
this?
they?
It was in the Observer on Friday that they are heavily figured to be going to AEW.
Maybe it's going to be all right in the old dub.
What a shift this would be based on the Iconics making the jump.
I mean, they'd have to probably win the tag titles pretty much straight out the gate for me. But
yeah.
All right.
So they got the Iconics, the Hurt Syndicate.
Doesn't feel like there's anybody else kicking around, does there?
Has anyone been really injured for a long time who we've just kind of forgot about?
I don't know.
Like Matthews, but if he would be in a team, it wouldn't be because Brody King's, he's got other plans on Saturday.
Yes.
I can't think of anyone like
Jericho.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That would be the best day of my life if Chris Jericho rocks on Dynamite to announce his new 5-year contract. Oh, my God.
I am well past the point of thinking that Jericho alone is make or break for the creative fortunes of this company. Dynamite is... I've really enjoyed Dynamite a lot of weeks, and some of it pisses me off other weeks, whether or not Jericho's there. So, it's weird that they've not even started some kind of mystery viral campaign from over in the Fed.
Is he on the Fozzy tour at the moment?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he's literally here this weekend.
Ah, right, okay.
I think
Claimed? I know they've done stuff.
Where's their reunion at?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll
pick Collision Farm.
I'll pick and choose my time on Collision Farm.
Yeah. Busy weekend, isn't it? It's like you can't travel to Collision Farm.
I'll keep up with Ciampa and all the rest of it.
What about Butcher and the Blade?
Oh, I love that because
Blade's recovery
Blade just got back. Yeah.
I would love that personally.
Yeah,
I would absolutely love.
Do you know what? What a lovely bit of lore to tie this bit up, because that was the original. But now they'd get a fantastic reaction.
Yeah.
It's like they were lights on. Oh, the Butcher and the what now?
Yeah, but sure know who it is. It's written on his ass. What an all-time Jim Ross call. Love how it goes from It goes from
Picks apart.
"Will somebody
wrestlers.
stop the damn match," or son of a bitch. Like all these iconic Attitude Era calls. And the thing people remember about AEW Jim Ross is, should know who it is, it's written on his ass. To like, whatever you said, the like, yes, Tony, I do too. I think the wrestling's good too, Tony. Is he sick?
Is he sick? Is my favorite. Kenny Omega's Undertale. Is he sick?
The only to be fair to Jim Ross, you little bastard, what do you do that for?
Yeah.
About MJF, that was good. The best work he's ever done, and it's very much appeals to his sensibility, so you can see why it was so good, is that incredible "I'm a snake old man" angle when the like MJF's covered in CM Punk's blood, like CM Punk's mootering out. And Jim Ross just very quietly, but just goes, "Way too far, fellas. Way too far." It's like he was just like, he's really disapproving of it. Absolutely wonderful.
I love
Mainly terrible.
I love his, the call is so orgasmic, he should be, shooting cowboy hat emojis out of his mouth as he does it, but it's Bryan Danielson!
Yeah.
That's proper. I actually think I am in the center of the wrestling universe. It's one of the few times he buys that he's made the right career move. Maybe, I don't know, it's Bryan f***ing Danielson!
Oh my God!
This place is worth the shit, Tony!
It's not Bruce League Amateur Hour anymore.
He's come to kick these elite guys out the ring!
You know what? Maybe the more you think upon it, come on, let's get after this thing for the bell pop for the Omega Danielson match. Let's get after this thing. Awesome. Jim Ross is good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I could be butchering the blade.
It's got his name written on his. That stops and makes you think about why every single wrestler prints their own name.
Yeah,
Going
I
down
know.
the print shop, getting the gear made. Can you put my name on, please?
On my bum hole.
It picks away so much, doesn't it? right, rock on a bra, my bull on my bum hole. Like that. Thanks, Jim.
Can you put my logo on my taint? Thank you.
Nobody will think about that.
That's what
He's got his name on a taint, Tony.
Yeah, and just put my logo on my cock and balls so people can't see the outline. Thank you.
Put the Brahma Bull's nose right on the tip.
I've had a good sniff down there.
Make sure the nose is wide.
Taller on one leg, Tonga on the other. I'll be back next week.
Maybe we'll flip it round.
Who wins this through, by the way?
The mystery team.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, finally.
It is too soon for the Young Bucks. The whole idea is that they've had a long time being complete dickheads. They've realized that they've been dickheads. They're trying to, atone. They need to be brought further back down to earth, otherwise it won't mean as much.
I think the Young Bucks are the longest shot. I could see the Rascals winning it, but only if it's a heel team. The Young Bucks to feud with.
Stoned already.
When's the title shot?
Don't know. Finally, we'll circle back to what we started with. AEW Women's title on the line. Thekla, who's toxic.
Hardly know her.
To the core!
To the core!
Hang on, let's do that again. Wilbourn.
Thekla, of course, who's toxic.
To the core!
Thank you.
Versus Kris Statlander in a strap match.
Love this. I wish Statlander hadn't definitively pinned Thekla. Really the only proper, credible world title level heel that AEW has. Not 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
I think you just meant to ignore that result because you want a bit of a refresh. That's not good either way. You have to ignore the fiction for this match to have truly any meaning, right? Which is never good. And you have to kind of realize that Statlander, this babyface title reign, has kind of run its course to get into the idea of the match because it might hinge on the outcome and the title change. So I don't think it's been well built at all. I think Thekla has been a revelation in terms of she has not been booked particularly well. She's been marginalized just like the rest of the AEW women. Some cringe stuff. She's been asked to kind of align with the Sisters of Sin, whose matches haven't been very good of late, who lack credibility entirely. I think through sheer force of her own talent. And I'm not saying that the Sisters of Sin are hopeless or anything like that. I'm just saying the stigma exists and it's real hard to shake. I'm ready for Thekla to win. I think the match quality should be excellent. It's about time they gave the women in AEW a stipulation that wasn't just what's becoming now a pretty phoned in critical acclaim cheat code of people like it when we give the women some plunder. Let's just do that. It feels like a different kind of match. Is it the first strap match in the history of the AEW women's division? They might have done something on Ring of Honor. Quite frankly, I don't care.
Well, yeah, I was going to say I did the in the news today Statlander's comments on Blood and Guts, which I thought was sensational. Which is like, people are always saying, "Oh no, women, Blood and Guts, really?" Like her response to that on Denise Salcedo's show was, "We bleed once a month anyway. At least we get to choose when we bleed in Blood and Guts."
Yeah, excellent, absolutely excellent.
Along with all the other usual.
Where's that personality on TV? Where, like maybe if you've got the opportunity to speak for more than 20 seconds in these completely meaningless, forgettable pre-tapes, that sense of humor could come across. But different story, different day. Well, it's the same story every day, but you catch my drift. I expect this to be truly violent. I think the angle setting up was physically well performed. Like, you really got that sort of wince-inducing impact from the actual use of the strap. It's the reason why wrestling bookers are over-reliant on gimmick matches is because as much as we complain about them, they work. If they didn't work and didn't draw a reaction or didn't frame certain matches with a sense of default importance because they have been stepped up, they would just stop doing them. They work for a reason. We might try and deny it, but we are denying it. It's like these things work. I don't think it's going to be a bell pop or anything like that. I think that would be hugely optimistic. But truly, I want there to be a sense of we're about to see something violent, we're about to see a spectacle, we're about to see something important when this hits the ring. Like, truly, I do. It is cheating. I'd like to see this built more with like verbal, like with face-offs, not town hall promos and all the rest of it, town hall promos, but actual plotting, proper live angles on your flagship show. This is where the stipulation will in fact come in handy. And Statlander is an animal in there. She'll take a beating. Thekla loves it as well. This should be really physical, really intense. It's just a case of, I really hope the cheat code works, but cheat codes work because they're cheat codes. I expect this to be excellent. I've got really high hopes for it.
You thought Thekla outworked Statlander last time?
Yeah, just in the sense that watching it, you have these things sometimes in wrestling, don't you, where you kind of feel like, oh, it's someone's night. And it's great when the booking backs that up. But then the phrase call an audible exists because sometimes you're watching and you feel like it has to be that person's night and it's not. This wasn't so much that, but the way they built the Fued, or maybe just the lack of other challenges. I don't know. Maybe at the moment the pool feels a bit shallow so that Thekla stands out, I guess, because there's just not that many in the chasing pack. There's not many wrestlers being featured, really. In this, again, it's the Ring of Honor thing, maybe it's even Collision Farm, I don't know. But certainly within the Dynamite space, there's a very small selection of wrestlers that seem to be even in the mix. And Thekla was a bit of a beacon as a result. Like, she just sort of felt like, not a saviour, the division doesn't need saving, but just somebody that looked like she was primed and ready for the spot, was having the match that proved that, and then lost anyway. And it did feel a bit like, based on all the history with the women's division, that's it then. That is it. Like, back you go into the rotation. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get you sense that Megan Bain will kind of come around again and all that. And the fact that this has come around has sort of made me optimistic and this always feels like a big dig at Statlander, and it's not, because Sidge makes a point. There's lots of
no other heels.
There's lots of supplementary evidence sometimes that Statlander could be in the spot, and then it just doesn't really take, and she doesn't seem to inspire much creativity from Tony Khan or whoever books as well. So it's a two-way thing. It's never just all on the performer. But yeah, there doesn't feel like there's any heels that are going to drag any more out of her. You can call this title reign a success if you liked it. You can call it a failure if you didn't think it hit. But it's also okay to bring it to an end against somebody that's sort of still feeling quite hot. I really hope they do the title change, but I'm with Sidge. I'm looking forward to the match. I think the match will deliver regardless of the result as well. They've got good chemistry.
Who are you going for?
Thekla.
Thekla, hopefully. No offense. Jesus.
I'd like it to be Thekla. I think it's going to be Statlander. I think you're right. I think the way they're aligning. I know Megan and Bane and Penelope Ford have got a title match at the weekend, but it just feels like maybe that's being set up for next. But I'm into it. Surely this main event's before, not to jump the gun.
Yeah.
Considering what else is on this card, like, yes, you've got the mystery tag team surprise. Yes, you've got Omega and Swerve and MJF doing the go home. But like,
I was headed to that for when
well, it is so far the only women's match advertised on this card.
Indeed.
Before we get to the name of the game, Sidge, we have to get to the aim of the game.
The aim of the game is to identify to the hour, minute, and second the first time you hear the first note for the first woman to come out and compete for the entrance theme, for the first woman to come out and compete for the only women's match on Dynamite. The idea being, if we can just nail it to the second, right, we can really put in bold, italicize, and underscore. Got a little secret for you. There is a pattern. It is cynical, and it is unacceptable, because more often than not, that women's match, bell time or entrance theme time, falls in that 1 hour 20 to 1 hour 25 minute range. The idea being, hang on, you want to do a show for the blokes. I know you do. I know deep down you think that's where the money is. And that's maybe deep down what you want to do. So the first hour is wall-to-wall balls. It's all for the blokes, right? But the thing is, it's 2026. Bloody wokes will kick off if you don't have any birds on. Oh, have women, the woke. Can't deal with that. Okay? But their idea, and this is my cynical interpretation of AEW Come Warner's idea, is, listen, guys, if you just put wall-to-wall balls for the blokes in the first hour, by the time you get to this pesky women's match, they'll already be thinking about the sunk cost fallacy. Think of it like this. Think about Jim and Joe and Little Cock, Arkansas. They're watching, they're watching the show. They're pounding their beers. They just want to, they just want to go fishing. They just want to drink the beer at the end of the day. They just want to mow their grass at the end of the day. They're real honest-to-God, working hard Americans, okay? Okay, so they're watching the TV channel. All right, who's this valet chick? I miss my valets. Miss Elizabeth, ooh-wee. Sensational Sherry, I loved it back in the day. When these women just knew the goddamn place, and these men could just be assholes for 2 years and then don't really do nothing except retire. And these hysterical crying women get back together with them. That's how it's meant to be, goddammit. I still cry about it right now. WrestleMania 7. It was a marriage, just like you remember it. Well, who's the boyfriend, Dan? Who's the boyfriend? Well, actually, Jim, she's actually a wrestler. She's not one of the boyfriends. She's actually, incredibly talented. And she's worth more than just being someone's man. Check it out. Trevor for a bomber, everybody. He thinks they're athletes. In fact, they're valets. No, they're going to fall out, I think, one of these days. It sounds like. But regardless, that is... They're Jim and Joe. Yeah. Okay? That's who AEW think about when they book their show. Okay? When you're booking the show, don't forget about Jim and Joe. That's what they say to themselves.
Why have you done this to yourself?
That's what the mantra is. And that's why it's always 1 hour 20 and 1 hour minutes and 1 hour 25, okay? That's the mantra.
What was that mantra again?
I forgot.
when
you're booking the show, don't forget about Jim and Joe.
Chant it around the table.
So you're thinking, right, okay, I get where you're coming from, and that's why, AEW do what they do, but it is a mouthful, and I need a mantra of my own. I need to jingleize the mantra.
Yeah.
Can you jingleize that bitch? Can you jingleize that bitch for my ass? I sure can. Don't worry, guys. Okay, when the women come out to play, the main event ain't too far away. And that's the aim of the game. And if you want to know the name of the game, you're going to have to remember a 1994 motion picture directed by Quentin Tarantino. Okay? In case you don't know where I'm going with it. Drum, Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Girl, dun, 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 dun. You'll be on Collision soon. Girl, dun, 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 dun. You'll be on Collision soon. Ladies' night. Now we've got to play the goddamn game, everybody.
Oh, there's a new game in this, by the way. Is the aim of the game longer than the women's wrestling match?
At this point, maybe, yeah.
Jinglize that bitch for my ass.
When you're booking the show, don't forget about Jim and Joe. If someone can get that sign, I'm going to be so happy.
Oh, yeah.
Or the one I'd really be the most happy about would be check it out. Joe vote for Obama.
Imagine getting taken off the sign police at the door. No politics, please.
Yeah, it's not. Just turn it round. It's just Zaslav's cack.
The AEW version of the edgy one.
I think this podcast has gone an hour and a half. This podcast might be longer than Dynamite.
Right. Thanks as always.
It's got a really small window as well for it to be listenable.
Thanks as always to the Panda Blair himself. Adam Blair at Adam Wilson 4 and Jose Palomares at the Ho 11, the guys who always take care of the
data.
Thanks. It was first score last week for Dr. Fed.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the board with 1. Sid has got 1. I've got 3 for the year. Where are you going? You start us off.
140.
Yes.
Main event. 140 and 10 seconds.
You know where I'm going, Sid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's all yours.
I'm going to go 120-25. It wouldn't be cute if it went that way. I just think they can't do a women's main event because they've got an important men's stuffed show to promote. So I think...
What about all the men's stuff?
Very sound logic.
Yeah.
So we've got...
I hope me and Sid are wrong.
120-25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 140-10. That's a wrap.
Anyway, you let us know your thoughts.
I'm sorry, is this podcast gone too long?
Let us know your thoughts. AEW Dynamite tonight.
It's them that wound us up with the bridge stuff.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm fairly certain if we rewind the tape, you just scream, "This is a bridge."
Mm-hmm.
I'm fairly certain you're in charge of this. So if you want to put it on the tracks, back on the old rails, that's up to you, buddy.
It was a good one.
But it's who got fired after the SummerSlam thing, Jim Ross or Ric Flair? So it's your job, it's your ass.
You jinglize it for my ass.
Jinglize that bitch.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comment section or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch there. You follow all 4 of us. Sort of. You can follow Michael Hamflett at
hamflettx@gmail.com. I'm also on Cameo.
You can follow Michael Sidgwick at
Sidgwick. I'm done.
You can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. You can follow our brilliant producer Adam Nicholas at
Bridgewick.
Flip the table. Give myself a hernia flipping that table. If you...
You can follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. And if you enjoyed this, more of this sort of thing later on. The NXT review later.
Oh, no.
We'll be back tomorrow to review Dynamite. But for now, it's been the Dynamite preview. My thanks to Hamflett, Sidgwick, to Nicholas. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you soon.